So, for those who don't know, I'm a big fan of Ruby. Well, not big fan. I kind of dropped it after season 6, I want to say. Yeah, I want to say season 6. The last thing I remember was that they. The last thing I remember was that Ruby and her team got this, like, spear thing, and a lot of people are leaving. And then Yang got hurt. That's all I know. Is anything past that? It's a big spoiler for me, but we're watching Ruby versus Makima, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I know about a little bit about both of them, and I will say there is no way that Ruby is going to win against Makima. We are going to be watching it like the freak now because this is not a fair fight. This is a one-sided fight. This is the most one-sided fight I've ever seen, and I've seen the Goku versus Superman's a lot. Before we continue the video, I want to address something in the room here. Originally, the creator of Ruby, Monty actually did want a battle between Maka and Ruby since, you know, he's also a big fan of Ruby, or since he's a big fan of Soul Eater. The only issue is that I feel like, and I think everyone else kind of agreed of it, should have waited until Ruby ended first before the battle came up. At least, that's just how I feel about it. Alright, back to the video. I like to also point out it's a 2v1. It's basically Ruby versus Makima and Soul Eater, so that's not really that fair.
Ruby Rose versus Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I swear to God, if Ruby wins this, then I'm calling hacks. But if she doesn't, I'm going to laugh.
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales. Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world
What kind of mama did you have, Boomstick?
of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to Ruby Rose.
Oh, Monty, I miss you so.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer.
Summer? Okay, that's good name. Full name, Ruby Rose, age 17. She's 17? That's Huntress, leader of Team Ruby, trained by Crow, Yang, Oblek. Who is Oblek? Professor Osmond, Professor Ironwood. Who's Oblek? Oh, it's that dude. Oh, the dude with the glasses. The hyper dude with the glasses. Okay, alright. Now I know who she's talking about. Now I know who they're talking about. For the life of me, I do not remember his name. Likes books, cool weapons, her family, Penny. What do we have to do? What is a gardening? What's it? Oh, Penny, right. Eats cookies and drinks milk. True. Official VTuber.
Who disappeared? Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, Ruby clearly showed prodigious talent.
Wait, hold on. I just remembered something. If she's 17 and she was 2 years in advance, she's the only 15-year-old there. That's... Well, a bunch of 17-year-olds. That's disturbing.
Years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, Ruby clearly showed prodigious talent.
Where'd this animation come from? What the hell?
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. Ruby doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose.
Ooh, I remember Crescent Rose. I always wanted a Crescent Rose.
It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun. Ruby
I mean, to be fair, in the world of Ruby, weapons are also guns. Ruby's is a sniper. I think Yang's was a shotgun. I don't remember what Weiss's was, and Blake's was I think it was like a Uzi or a minigun. I can't remember which one.
made Crescent Rose herself.
Uh-oh. Personally forged at Signal Academy, Blade can rotate to 360 degrees? No. Form scythe, sniper rifle, war scythe. Why is there two different sides? Dust, fire, gravity, ice, hard, light, lightning, steam, stone, wind. I'm gonna be honest, it's all stuff that Makima can still beat. I'm still rooting for Makima here.
It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grim.
Pyrrha, no! No, Pyrrha! Screw Cinder.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. Ruby's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is.
She's 5'2"? Wait, hold on.
And moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is.
5'2". Crescent Rose is 7'2". It's 2 inches. It's 2 feet taller than her. That's interesting. Oh, this is also kind of funny because, believe it or not, Rooster Teeth was owned. Death Battle was owned by Rooster Teeth, so this is why I'm saying it's gonna laugh if she loses.
How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grim, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When Ruby slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world: fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's
I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna agree with Boomstick on here. Rule of cool, but I still, God, Black Hole. I'm still rooting for Makima here.
got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about.
Oh no, she's got good eyesight. Oh no, please. Oh no, I'm starting to get worried here.
With enough of a boost, Ice Dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but Ruby can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
Ruby blasted through
On her not smartphone? What would you call it then? A health bar?
Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with Weiss Schnee, Blake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong.
If I remember correctly from past death battles, Lost, Weiss, Win, Blake, Win, Yang. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Oh, I get it. Team Ruby.
You're just realizing this now? What are you gonna expect? Team Juniper was... You gonna think Team Juniper was also kind of in that situation as well? Oh my god, alright.
But Ruby's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire.
Thanks to that stupid Cinder. I hope she goes bye-bye.
And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
Ruby's friends? Dead. Her school? Totally wrecked. Her sister? Disarmed. Oh,
How dare you do that, Boomstick?
because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But Ruby wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right, while aura is essentially
Oh wait, are we actually learning about semblance? I didn't know.
the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura. And Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport? Or what is she doing exactly?
I would say more like teleportation is one, or not teleportation. I think one of them actually is just super speed. Like, she has been known to be the quickest one of Team Ruby, at least as far as I'm aware.
Close, this is Petal Burst.
Pedal burst? That's what you're calling it? Alright.
A mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility.
What? Wait, when did she have this power? Wait, hold on. Wait, now I'm getting worried. That's what it's called. I'm still Makima, please win this.
Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's semblance is
Best Rogo. Of course, Wiz the cyborg would say that.
extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora is best girl. Ruby
Nora's best girl.
The laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora is best girl.
Did that say Thunder Thighs? Oh my god! Other characters like Mercury have struck Ruby mid-petal burst before, but it was before she fully understood her ability. She could later phase through attacks more regularly. Oh no. What do you mean Nora's best girl? Nora is like the scary best girl. You know who is best girl in my opinion? Okay, you want to know who is best girl in my opinion? It was freaking... God, there was a lot of characters I actually liked when I used to watch it growing up. Who was it again? Pyrrha before she passed away. Curse you, Cinder!
Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck tagging her with a bullet or a breadstick.
She is
The food fight scene was amazing too.
certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time, and they've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could
Wait, hold
And
on.
Mercury
Repeat
a
what
hard
you just
time,
said?
and they've dodged actual lightning.
When did this happen? When did they dodge lightning? I need to rewatch this.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well,
Yes, Adam. I remember him. I also remember what happened to Adam. Good. I'm glad that happened to him.
he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, Ruby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, 'cause she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the god of light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam! Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness!
Right, so... Oh, that's Moon's. That was not what I was looking for. Right, so... Wait, hold on. Grim are creative god of darkness and... Hold on. Grim are created of the god of destruction as representation of the malignance of destruction. Silver eyes can counter Grim powers with light of life. This shown in her battle with the empathy where Ruby Silver Eyes... You're right. No, that is true, actually. That is 100% true. Ruby has the ability of saying no to chaos, basically.
But Ruby's skills didn't falter after her time at Beacon. As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized...
Wait, hold on. Decapitated a Nevermore, that's true. Kicked the Griffin through an Atlas warship. When did this happen? Leaped onto a multiple missile, that's true. Overcame an apathy mental effect. Purified kaiju-sized Grim with silver eyes, that's true. Defeated Torchwig, Cinder. When did she defeat Cinder? Harriet. Who's Harriet? Team Juniper, that's cute. Curious Cat. Who is Curious Cat? Met Superman and Ragnar the Blood Edge. Dude, there is no way she actually met Ragnar the Blood Edge. And I remember her meeting Superman, so... Oh no. Oh no, they're adding Superman to this? Oh no. No, no. No, no, no. No, no, no! That's bull, dude!
foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst, and Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, Ruby is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
That's actually true, man. I felt bad for her. I need to watch this. I need to watch the latest seasons, man. Man, Man, I do feel bad for her.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. Ruby had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Don't tell me that's how you ended it! Is the season still going, by the way? I have to know. Is the season still going? Because I need to watch all this when I get the chance.
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
No! Advertising! I don't want your advertising!
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
Wait, hold on. I remember correctly, their attacks are attacking the soul, not the... There's no way Ruby will win this, right?
But all the unjust evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Disney Fast Pass, I love it.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy,
That's actually the greatest name I've ever heard of all time.
where death rules. Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons.
That's actually true. That's actually true. But the only problem is like if you do not match with the soul, if you and the person you are compatible with does not match the same soul wavelength, then you are not compatible for that. You two are not compatible as partners.
Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon, Soul, was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher.
Maka Albarn, age 13. She's 13 years old? I didn't know that. 2-star size Meister at Death Weapon Meister Academy. Possesses a Gigori soul. 1 in 50 million? So she has one of the most powerful souls. That's not fair. Weapon partner soul. Taskubi sphere. Who's Tasubi? Who are these two? I don't remember that. All I know is Soul was her partner. Likes books, studying, puzzles, drum dance, dislikes unfaithful men, raw fish. I like this girl already, but she's 13 years old? I didn't know that.
Pet. The kind of girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework." And then
I hate that kind of people. One hand, I don't want to vote for Makima because she's that kind of person. But the other hand, I want her to win this battle. Come on, Makima.
we jump them.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey,
That's why these two work together, because she can take his ego down by doing a Maka chop.
Soul's not just any demon weapon, he's a scythe, and he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the dream team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe,
Not really.
since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Dude, that is the most coolest power of all time. No, even as a kid, you don't understand. Even as a kid, that was the greatest. That's the greatest power of all time. I wish I had people like that. Soul Eater, Death's last weapon. That's Death's last. That is Death's last weapon. That's good to know. Age 13 to 15 years old. Vocation, Death size, pianist. So he's a piano player. Okay. Shape-shifting, human sign. Ooh.
Time for class then. The two trained hard, but their
Why would you put in Soul Eater not? That show sucked.
styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the scythe, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
That's actually a good way to explain it, honestly, because I was also confused too growing up, but the way Wiz explained it, it kind of makes sense.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Scythe status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
I mean, to be fair, Blackstar was actually supposed to be the most powerful person in there, so it just kind of makes sense that was going to happen. Oh, speaking of which. Speaking of which, just like I said, anyone who tries to advertise without asking, banned.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through soul resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
I think I said that in the beginning too, like, their souls have to be combined, their souls have to match, otherwise they're not going to be working pretty well together. I think I said something around that.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's soul resonance.
That's actually a good way to point it out.
Soul resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches.
Soul penance, soul resonance, wavelength control, anti-demon wavelength, that's good. Hunt slashes, witch and demon. Number 6, hunt, letter U, hunt, letter I, slash. What is the U and I supposed to be for? Now that I think about it, that doesn't make any sense. Size menace. And service, Kishin hunt slash, Maka Chop. Maka Chop! I said that too.
And other evil creatures, it's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
That's true, actually.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a, unique encounter with Krona.
Oh, no, not Krona.
Which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in his head, waiting for him to swing on over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body, inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Krona.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reach souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
He's so fast he can outrun his shadow? Okay.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory.
True.
An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave.
When did this happen? Was this only in the manga? In the anime, Maka has a different final form in which she manifested scythe blades in her body due to her father being a death scythe. This form does not appear in the original manga and thus excluded. Okay, so this is in the manga. Okay, so this is not in the anime. This is the manga. Got it.
So freaking metal!
At the same time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths.
Who has the ability to control souls? That's not fun. That's not fair. Okay, with that information, I'm definitely confident saying that these two would actually win.
Basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved Death Scythe! The dream's here, baby!
So when Krona's own Black Blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
You two idiots did not just do that. You did not just draw yourselves to make the absolute cinema pose. No. You cannot do this. No.
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 4242564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
I remember that.
Congratulations to us.
Wiz, your ego is showing.
It always is. And why not? This death battle is episode 200.
Well, yeah.
Right. So they're gonna be advertising their own stuff. They even advertise their absolute cinema host desk. No, just no.
Right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a scythe battle!
I'm still saying Makima will win, but I'm rooting for both, but I'm still thinking Makima might win on this one.
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our
Hey, it's the Ruby design. That's actually pretty good.
target should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who you looking for? Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shinigami has called you. Oh my gosh, your boyfriend turns into a scythe! Oh, that's so cool! Your soul is ours! I like my soul, thanks.
Is this Casey? Hold on, is this Casey Lee? This music is awesome.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet. Focus. She's good, but we can handle it.
Let's go, Soul Resonance!
Stop hitting me! Get back here! Soul, hurry! Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier, try helping out.
Relax.
No, they switched to Japanese. It's over. It's over for no.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress!
Soul Adagio.
Ruby!
The wavelengths. Damn it, she's... Stay strong, Maka! You got this!
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
I called it. How did this happen? But I called it. No.
Oh, rest in peace, Ruby. But hey,
Wait, hold on. So I understand this. Wouldn't the Adagio not technically work? Wouldn't they have more power? What's going on?
it's not often you get to see scythe on scythe action like that.
Let's break this down with the 4 categories that best represent this matchup.
Please.
First, strength.
Or a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who destroyed mountains.
Now, Team Ruby did defeat Vine, whose aura contained a bomb that could have wiped out a city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Black Blood Maka got blasted by us.
The moon mass was increased to equal Earth in the prequel series Fire Force by a character named Fair. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot to add that into the factor.
It's right into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT, over 5 billion times higher than Vine.
So, Maka takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear cut. Ruby's a fast little gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, faster than Shadows and whatnot. But as they improved their skills, Ruby and her friends could outspeed Adam.
Who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Adam moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own Shadow territory. Still, Ruby's Petal Burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie.
I mean, I'll give it a tie.
And their speed would be key to winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's scythery.
That's not a
Scythery. I like Boomstick style. All right, bring up this scythery.
word.
Maka's scythery was pretty good, but Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got scythery in the bag.
Perhaps this edge would be enough for Ruby to avoid Maka's far greater strength if she had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of Ruby's powers.
Petal Burst, activating dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. One
Okay. That logic, it kind of makes sense now to say it like that. If the aura is the key ingredient needed to use for her powers, then yeah, I can understand why she lost.
shit's gone. Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But plot twist, what about Ruby's silver eyes? her anti-Grim eye beams. Turns out they were actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grim is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood. Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the Silver Eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, cause when she rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka Albarn and Soul Evans.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans?
Yes, it is. I know. It's hilarious, isn't it? All right, what's next? What's the next
Next
battle?
time on Death Battle.
No, what's the next battle? Blade? Versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Yeah, my money's going on Blade. I don't know much about Buffy, but Blade, I'm definitely saying he might get the win on here. That was the Death Battle. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe because it's going to be on YouTube. And I'll see you guys next time. So goodbye, everybody. Goodbye on YouTube.